G'day guys and welcome back to another video on the channel, and in today's video I will be doing my round 17 tips and predictions for the AFL round. The content's going to be good, and yeah, we'll get straight into the video. Now we'll review the round 16. We had 5 out of 9 I got in the so that's pretty good. But I think for the round I should have got a bit higher, but I went for some uncertain tips I shouldn't have went for. But the first tip was really good. Tipped the Lions at the Gabba to get the job done by 4 points, and they actually did it really close and got the job done by 5. I think lots of people would have been thinking the Lions will smash them in the Gabba by about 40 odd points, 30. But I thought maybe the Lions can come a bit close and Melbourne can give a good fight at the Gabba, and that's exactly what happened. And then North versus the Bulldogs, I thought North, they came closer of the two games, Melbourne and Collingwood, and I thought they could pull it off on this one. They just couldn't really. I watched this whole game. Jai Simpkin was pretty good, and Sheasel. I think North Melbourne can do better. But Sydney vs Fremantle, this one, I watched the last bit of it. There was like 3 minutes to go. Logan McDonald had a kick after the sign. He absolutely blew it. I mean, it was at the 50-metre mark. He missed it. He could have done better, but he managed to miss it. But the Sydney Swans, they just started coming back, did they, against Fremantle Dockers? So, credit to Sydney. Then Collingwood vs Gold Coast, got that tip incorrect. I tipped Collingwood, which is pretty unfortunate. But then I got an upset correct, which was the Adelaide Ghost to come back from that bad 3 games of tipping. I tipped them against the GWS Giants. I think their home ground advantage really just helped them. And then Geelong versus Essendon Bombers. I tipped Geelong. They really just convincingly won that game. So well done to the Catters. Then I tipped the Saints. I thought I could get this tip correct, but Port just snuck away with the win by 2 points, which was pretty unfortunate for me. Then Carlton got that tip correct, just went well with the Lions. And then my Hawks bet the West Coast Eagles, and they just blew them out, really. The West Coast had no chance against our Hawthorn midfield like Warble, Day and Newcomb. It was just too good, and Troll in the forward line, so that's the week of tipping I had. Now we'll see the best person for round 1 in my tipping comp, round 16 in my tipping comp. So my round 16 winner is ESPN fan 22489. But yeah, who did the worst in that round? I think it was I came 14th. Sport fan Whale was the worst in that round, but unlucky for him. Total score, the leader of my tipping comp is Pee-wee 1875. He's been on the top 4 bit, but it's a close round for first in the tipping comp ladder. The round average for us was 5.2, so keep it up, guys. You've done really well, and yeah. Now let's start reviewing. Let's start going through this intriguing matchup. The Collingwood Magpies taking on the Bombers at the MCG Friday, 5th of July at 7:40 p.m. Both teams looking pretty good at the moment. I think the Bombers and Collingwood are really matched up. Both top 4 sides. They're really going to be going at it on Friday. I think that both of these teams have a really good chance in this one. I think Bombers might have the upper hand because I don't know. I feel like they can handle the Collingwood fans and really just put some energy onto the Collingwood Magpies midfield, and I think the Bombers will get the job done by 11 points in a good match. Now, this is a pretty decent matchup, I would say, on a Sunday arvo. Saturday, 6th of July, 1:45 p.m. at Marvel Stadium. North Melbourne coming off a 17-point loss against the Bulldogs, while the Gold Coast Suns coming off a good win against the the Collingwood Magpies, and it was a good win for the Gold Coast Suns for sure. And I think they can carry that momentum against the North Melbourne Kangaroos after a loss. I think Gold Coast Suns just have everything what they take in their midfield. Really, they have great defenders like Mac Andrew, and then they have Noah Anderson. I think Gold Coast get the job done by 5 points. So now we've got the Port Adelaide Power playing the Bulldogs on the Saturday, 6th of July, 1:45pm at the Adelaide Oval. This is going to be a good contest. Both teams looking like they can pull off a good win here. Both teams are really looking into a spot in the top 8. And the Port Adelaide Power, can they win after a close win against St. and the Doggies? I think they can do well here at the Adelaide Oval. They have a good shot, do they, the Doggies? They have such good talent in there. Yeah, I think they can in Adelaide Oval. I mean, Adelaide Oval is the only thing that concerns me. But I think the Dogs will get on top and get the job done by about 21 points and win the game. Now the Geelong Cats taking on the Hawthorn Hawks at GMBHA Stadium. The Canada, Saturday, 6th of July, 4:35pm. My Hawthorn team, they've really come rising, have they? They're just so proud, man. You cannot believe how far this Hawthorn team has come. Winning 5 games on the trot, just brilliant for us. Newcombe, Wilday and Walpole are really having a big factor, as well as Joel. I think we are just going to be one of the best teams in the comp and probably compete for September. But with this Hawks side, you can't back away from the Hawks, can you? And I think the Hawks get it done by 37 points. Now the GWS Giants taking on the Carlton Blues on the Saturday at 7:30pm at NG Stadium. Both of these teams look like they can put up a fight here. But the Giants, I'm not going to lie, I'm really bullish on the Giants this season. They've done so well. Such a great team with Callum Brown and Toby Green and Josh Kelly also being a big star of the show. I think the Giants have done well. I think they can beat the Blues here. And I think the Giants will get the job done by 47 points and shock the Blues. So now the Fremantle Dockers taking on the Richmond Tigers on the Saturday, 6th of July, 8:10 at Optus Stadium. Both of these teams have a good crack of the footy. Fremantle, they just look like the favourites coming into this game. The Richmond Tigers coming off a 61-point deficit against the Carlton Blues, which is not looking that good for them. But Fremantle, I think Richmond can put a good fight here. I think Richmond can really put up a fight and really question the Fremantle Dockers, really. And the Dockers get up by 1 point. So now the Melbourne Demons taking on the West Coast Eagles on the Sunday, 7th of July, 1:10pm at the MCG. The Melbourne Demons taking on the West Coast Eagles. The Melbourne Demons, of course, can win this game, but West Coast coming off a 61-point deficit. And, I think they can do something here, the West Coast Eagles. But, yeah, I'm not really sure about that because it's at the MCG. I think the Melbourne Demons will get the job done by a good 22 points. Now we got the St Kilda Saints versus the Sydney Swans at Marvel Stadium Sunday, 3:20pm, 7th July. It's going to be a good clash, of course. Both these teams being in really good touch. Saints only losing by 2 points against Port Adelaide Power, and the Sydney Swans only losing to the Fremantle Dockers by 1 point. So both of them coming off close losses. But I feel like the Sydney Swans can come back as they're a really tough team. And they can get a win on the road. I believe that because the Sydney Swans are a good team and they'll win it by 36. Now the Brisbane Lions taking on the Adelaide Coast Sunday, 7th of July, 4:10pm at the Gabba. Brisbane, they win by 5 points, and then the Crom, they are a good team. But who knows here? It's at the Gabba. I feel like the Brisbane can get on top. And I'm going to tip the Lions to get the job done by a good 24 points. Now like and subscribe to the channel, guys. Of course, if you want to see content like I did in my latest video, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.